I present you with the most somber of howdies today, Earthlings. Dolly's factory is shut down. The short of it is, they run out of funds, and the IP holder no longer wishes to continue funding the game and its development. It's a little deeper than that. Unfortunately, game dev isn't free, so Freya and the other devs can't continue to work, especially since they don't own Dolly's factory. I'll get into it a little bit more later, but first I wanted to say this might seem sudden, and it's because it is. No one on the team, besides some of the higher-ups, knew about it on Friday. A lot of people, including the dev team, didn't find out until just 30 minutes before the announcement was made. So this is very surprising and spur of the moment for a lot of people. As you've noticed, I've done a lot of videos about Dolly's factory, and I even got to have a meeting with Freya to do a small business games consultation. A lot of people were asking why I didn't know about this. It's because Freya didn't know about it either. Freya didn't know about it until just last week, just last Friday. So, of course, I didn't know about it, and if Freya knew about it, Freya probably wouldn't have hired me to do the consultation. But basically, the goal of the consultation was to help the game make more money. Then the game got closed down a few weeks later. They were never really given a chance to implement my suggestions beyond the Patreon. I think this was a really bad time to close down the game, as it was hitting a big swing with these updates, but if it's not feasible to do it, it's not feasible to do it anymore. Hopefully the people involved find some way to get some money together or something, or just reconsider. But if it's not possible, it's not possible. As for what I'll be doing, I'll probably be moving on to another game. I don't know for sure what game yet. Probably Toons Universe, because as you know, I have a pretty good relationship with those devs too. I wish this didn't have to be the end of the game. I wish I had the money to do something about it. I'd love to buy the IP and help keep the game going, but I don't technically make enough to feed myself, let alone a dev team. This would be a great opportunity to work with Freya and the team to make something completely new. I think with my knowledge about the genre and game design and their skill to actually implement those things, we could probably make something even better than Dolly's factory, but dreams unfortunately cost money, so this is where we'll have to leave Dolly's factory. It's best to remember the fun and good times we had with the game and not dwell on the sadness of it shutting down. Sorry, I don't handle the ends of things very well. As a 35-year-old shrimp sheep alien thing, you get used to seeing this kind of stuff happen. As you get older, you're going to see it happen more. Unfortunately, a lot of y'all have been born into a generation where you're gonna have to get used to seeing this. None of this stuff can last forever. I've lived through multiple of my favorite games shutting down. It's best to just stay calm, collect yourself, thank the team for all they've done, and move on. I super recommend getting into retro gaming. Those games, not going anywhere. Thank you, Freya, and the rest of the Dolly's Factory team. You've done a great job with the game. I really don't think it compares to any of the other games in this genre that I've played. We didn't just lose a good Delver, dandy-like whatever, we lost one of the best games on Roblox, and it's going to be a lot harder for a lot of people to log in. I'm mostly sad for them. That's the hard part. But as Freya has said in the past, this is a promising team who has a future, whether that be on Roblox or off it. They will go on to make more, and I wish them the best. I wish I could do more than that, though. I still have one more Dolly's Factory related video that I'm working on about direct upgrades and how they can cause characters like Cinnabon to become obsolete. I was hoping that me and Freya's plans to fix her would have gotten to be seen, but unfortunately, y'all will never see Cinnabon jumping. The plan was to make Cinnabon be able to jump and give her more access to verticality, making her able to access areas that other characters struggle with. Kind of like what you do with Spinette, but shorter distance. She'd have to be closer to the thing. I think it would have really complemented the verticality of the stages. As for why this happened, there's a lot of reasons. Roblox's enshittification of the platform has made people stop spending on the platform, which means less money for the people to work with. I've seen a lot of games shut down, especially art games outside of Roblox, and they all shut down for the same reason. In an attempt to make their game more ethical and not require spending to enjoy the game, they disincentivize players from wanting to spend in the game. So they make the game better and easier for the audience to play without spending money, and that's good. But as a consequence, money isn't spent and they don't make anything. Unfortunately, due to Roblox as a platform and gaming industry as a whole, the only way anyone can make money is by exploiting players as much as possible. And that's just the world we live in now. We all are just continually ripping each other off to try and live. Teams like those behind Dolly's Factory and many indie games refuse to make their game worse for some extra cash. It's a double-edged sword. There are a lot of factors at play though, and no one person can be blamed for the game shutting down. I would like to take a moment to blame capitalism and the lack of universal basic income, as well as the guy in charge of Roblox. If everyone made universal basic income, more people could afford to do creative projects without having to worry about their bills. It'd be much easier to do passion projects because all of their basic needs would be met. Capitalism also encourages people to exploit others to make money. Thankfully, I do YouTube YouTube, and I've never been presented with the choice of exploit people or live. You all watching, and the supporters, make sure that I don't have to make that decision. As for the future of DF, the IP isn't up for sale, so no spin-off, no sequel, or continuation of the game can be made or funded. They can't even make a, funding page to try and make money to bring the game back because they don't own the IP. They can't do that. The game won't be updated again. This is the end. Please make sure to say something nice in the comments. Freya does watch my videos, so I'm sure the team will see it. I also appreciate the nice things you've all been saying. You shouldn't be worried about me right now. I'm not the person to worry about, but I appreciate it. Either way, thank you all for watching, and thanks to the supporters here on YouTube and Patreon like Luis Fernando, Ilwez, Alter Ego, Nightmare Wuna, Freya Games, Gezro, Asteria, Nebazi, Aspirant Artist, Paper, Fate Penguin, Momentary Unicorn, Nat, Marius, Yini, Worm Syrup, Rask, Beeve, Colorado Blue, Vaderson, Linky, Addy14, Rask again, Willie Pete, TG Dante, Linky again, and Malding Brick. I'll see you all later. Bye.